Hello everyone. The topic of the presentation is PIDX Product and Company codes. We would make a brief overview of codes, talk about existing process to request and create codes, and proposed automated solution. Both product and company codes are identifiers used by the downstream industry. Product codes represent unique products used in the industry. Company codes represent unique companies in the industry. Product codes include the code assigned by the downstream subcommittee, the product definition, product description, and various other items used to identify a product. Company codes include the code assigned by the downstream subcommittee, the company name, address, city, state, zip or postal code, and contact information for the company. The current process for requesting a product code is for the requester to submit a spreadsheet containing the required elements of a product. The requester sends the form to productcodes.pidx.org. The downstream subcommittee then reviews the request and creates a new code. The requester is notified of the new code and the product code list on PIDX.org is updated. For company codes, the requester sends an email to companycodespidx.org with the company name, address, and contact information. The downstream subcommittee reviews the request and provides the new code to the requester. The list is then updated on PIDX.org. What are some of the challenges with product codes? Terminals and suppliers are not always consistent. Codes are not used to represent the same product across multiple suppliers and terminals. This causes additional work for suppliers, customers, and vendors to keep back offices updated. Terminals and suppliers use non-established codes. They create their own code, which might be inconsistent with PIDX standards. Partners are then unable to identify the product, which again causes additional work on the back end. What solutions do we have? Our long-term goal is to build an API. The API should support a single, clarified protocol for providing key data sets to terminals. We need to compare codes currently being used and identify those not already on the master list. We then need to devise a plan for handling non-standard codes. We may also need to further define attributes or requirements to create a code and then determine if non-standard codes can be added to the list. We are proposing an online request submission to replace the spreadsheet currently being used. We will partner with DocStudio to provide that online solution. In using an online form, it can be reviewed for accuracy and clarity, assign a new code, and then send it to the requester. The online list would then be updated with the new code. Now we are going to show how the new process could be implemented and automatized with DocStudio. This schema demonstrates a proposed process of requesting new PIDX code with DocStudio. Proposed approach requires less manual work or could be automated with no human interaction at all. We would go through each step with details in the following slides. Let's step-by-step dive into the process. Person who wants to request a new code might click on the button, Add New Code, on the PIDX website. Directly from the PIDX website, requester redirected to DocStudio. There might be two options. Requester could either create an account on DocStudio platform and form would appear within the account or fill out the form without registration on the platform. Within the form, some fields assigned to the requester are mandated or optional for filling. After the requester fills all required fields, form is sent to PIDX robot to assign record ID. As a next step, form send for moderation. Moderation could be either accomplished manually or automatic. Manual approach requires moderator to check filled form and either reject or approve the form with a comment if needed. Automatic approach could be accomplished in following steps. PIDX robot checks if a product code already exists to avoid code duplication. If the code recognized as a new code, PIDX robot checking of all technical characteristics and requirements for the new product code. If the data has been filled correctly, form will be approved. After successful moderation and approval, all the data published in the internal DocStudio PIDX product code list dictionary. As a final step, the PIDX robot updates the product code list on the website and pushes the data to the PIDX API. After the moderation and publishing, code requester will be notified that new code has been issued. What are the benefits of current approach? Standardized codes provide consistency. Product code identifies the same product for all terminals, suppliers, customers. Repeatability. Product code can be used across multiple terminals, suppliers to represent one product being loaded. Transparency, clarity of product definitions, no guessing what product was actually loaded. Improves business process efficiencies. Fewer exceptions to be processed manually in your back office. Increased productivity. Reduced costs. Better data exchange. Information passing between partners is consistent. Thank you very much for your time. We are happy to answer your questions. Please feel free to contact us.